The syllabus, let's have a look into it. We have 5 modules in this particular subject, starting with module 1, Introduction to Integrated Marketing Communication. Integrated marketing communication, where we're going to talk about the IDA, the Dagmar models and all those things. What are the ethics, the legal and the economic perspectives of advertising. We are also going to see the measuring of effectiveness. We're going to talk about the pre and post testing, advertising agencies, roles and importance, and what do they play in terms of the organization function. Good morning and welcome to the introductory session on advertising and media management for the 6th semester BBA, where we are going to go through the syllabus. We're going to understand what is the subject all about and why it is very important for all of us today to study about the subject called advertising and media management. So just moving further, we have the agenda for today. We are starting with the syllabus, moving on to the learning outcome, the modules that are coming on up, and then we have the internals and the exam pattern. So what it is kept in store for us, the syllabus, let's have a look into it. We have 5 modules in this particular subject, starting with module 1, Introduction to Integrated Marketing Communication, followed by the module 2, Consumer and Media. The module 3, we have the advertising program. Module number 4, other elements of IMC, promotion and mix. Of course, this is going to be a title long one, but nevertheless, the subject is very simple. Followed by module 5, measuring effectiveness. Overall, when I go through the modules, I feel that this entire subject is to make the students understand the importance of advertisement in the modern day world. Why? Because we are surrounded by digital media, we are surrounded by social media, and every day, every minute, every second, you are going to see some pop-up coming up in your mobile phones, in your laptops and your desktops, which means advertisement is at its peak of this hour. So let's go ahead and try to see what exactly is the outcome of this course. Now, understanding the nature, role and importance of IMC in marketing strategy, that's very important. Why? Because today marketing is not just about sales. Let's not just get mixed up here. Marketing and sales are 2 different factors. Sales is at the primitive level, marketing is slightly on the higher side. Followed by which the effective design, implementation of advertising strategies. Now, these are not some things that are very easily spoken. Why? Because this involves a lot of strategy inside it. This actually tries to make us understand the content, the structure, the appeal for advertisement. Whenever today you look into an advertisement, you like to ask this question, why and why not? Because these are not just the elements that are sparking before your eyes, but these are all the elements that you want to know. You want to understand why a particular word, a color, a logo, a sign that's just popping up. So everything is going to be made understandable to you in this particular subject. The ethical challenges that are related today, of course, not every advertisement is meeting up to the standard. It's not keeping up to the values of the society. But what is very interesting today is that people want to find out what is really changing this world through advertising and media. Evaluate the effectiveness of advertising and agencies. Somewhere down the lane, each one of us always wanted to bring out the creative part of us, and that is exactly where advertisement is coming into picture. It's going to unleash the power of creativity out of you, so this is the right course that you need to focus upon. Following which, we're going to talk about the first one, integrated marketing communication, where we're going to talk about the IDA, the Dagmar models and all those things. What are the ethics, the legal and the economic perspectives of advertising? And then followed by which we're going to talk about consumer and media, how the advertising works, the perception, cognition, effect, association, persuasion, behavior, all those factors. If you go through here, the entire course is being designed in such a manner to make you first understand the importance of advertising. followed by which they've also spoken about the various outdoor-indoor concept with the media planning also coming into picture. So this is going to be a little bit of strategy mixed with marketing and also going to tell you about the importance of advertising. Followed by which the advertising program itself. Now, many of us think that just by studying a syllabus, we can all become good advertisers, but the answer is definitely a no for that. Why? Because you need to understand the appropriate theme. You need to know where the budget is required, what kind of theme needs to be produced, how you need to present it, if it's going to be an indoor or an outdoor activity altogether. So all those factors, the guidelines, everything are going to be given here. Followed by which you're going to see the PR events, the experiences, the word of mouth, all those factors, consumer and trade sales, promotion, application of sales, all those factors are going to come in. Using of public relations in the image building, planning and executing events, event management, viral marketing, everything is going to come out, and this is going to be the word of communication that's going to build it. So the entire system of the syllabus is so well designed that this is going to be definitely exciting for you down this line. Followed by which we are also going to see the measuring of effectiveness. We're going to talk about the pre and post testing, advertising agencies, roles and importance, and what do they play in terms of the organization functions. Now, whenever you say that you're going to select an agency, you're going to promote your ad, how they're going to do it, what is the importance of these agencies, how do they measure the effectiveness, everything is going to be looked into it through the syllabus. And the most important thing that we are going to come here, skill development activities. I personally believe that every course needs to come up with a skill development. Why? Because theoretically, we are not going to achieve anything. Practically, we're going to learn a hell lot of things, which means to say that we are going to learn a lot in terms of applying something to the modern world rather than just knowing about it. So that's exactly where skill development comes into it. Now, let's say the ethical issues in advertisement. Each one of us today know how advertisements are framed. What are the pros and cons of every advertisement that's being shown? So that can be a good exercise to learn. The modes of advertisement. What are the guidelines that if you want to become a copywriter? Now, the outdoor and indoor advertisement. What are the selection process? So through this course, there is a list of events which you as students can follow, learn that skill. Suppose you want to become an advertiser, a digital marketer in the coming years. So the entire aim of a skill development activity is to make you market ready. At the end of the day, when you finish this course, you should be in a position to get a job in the advertising field by studying this subject. So that's where the importance of skill development activities comes into picture. Now, moving further, the most interesting and the obvious question that anybody would like to ask me today is about the internals. So we have the internals for 30 marks. The unit 1 and 2 comes for the first internals, unit 3 and 4, and of course the 5 will also come in for the second internals altogether. So that's where we are going to look into it. 2 internals, 30 marks each. It's always going to be A plus B. So I would always mention this word to you very, very clearly. Final marks will be awarded on the average of 2 internals. Please do not take it that it's going to be A or B, but it's going to be A plus B divided by 2. So that's exactly where I say to my students, please take both the internals seriously. Your marks are going to be awarded on the basis of how you write the internals, how seriously you are taking up the education and moving it forward. So that's where we come to the end of the internals factor. Moving further, we are going to talk about the external question paper. It's going to be a 60 marks paper, and you're going to see that part A, B and C are uniformly divided. We have a 20-20-20 coming up, that's making up the total to 60. Nevertheless, this paper is quite easy for all of us. Why? Because The paper is going to concentrate on certain straight-lined questions. At the same time, you have some generic questions also. So a pretty much balanced question paper that you can look into it in the final examination. And definitely, I can say that with a little bit of effort and a concentrated dedication towards it, all the 60 marks is yours on the screen as you're able to see it. So definitely put in your best efforts and you can score a full marks in this paper. Now, the next thing is the books for reference. I would always say that the books are the best companion for a man. Why? Because whenever you read books, you come to know more about things. So I would definitely say, look on to these books for references. Advertising Principles and Practices from William Wells, John Burrett, and Sandra Moriarty, which is going to be very important for you. Followed by Advertising and Promotion by Michael Belch, K.U. Purani from the 9th edition. So please refer to these two books, which are very, very important. Out there are hundreds of other books in advertising and media, which would help you to score well, learn about this subject better, and try to understand the importance of advertising and media. With this, I come to the end of the day 0, the introduction part to the syllabus. I hope and believe that all the factors that have been spoken through this presentation would help you to understand the subject well, score well, get to the importance, get to the know-how of the subject. And I believe that this journey we will begin with a great success and end up with high 5 flying marks, so that the subject is also known and practically you can also become a good creator or an advertiser in the coming years. Thank you once again for joining me today on this wonderful presentation. You have a great day.